What is going on, everybody? Welcome here to the Purple and Gold podcast. I am absolutely pissed right now. Absolutely pissed. This is one of the worst games I've watched. And the reason for that is that this team was so close to winning. There are so many opportunities that we can look back at this game and say, damn, if the Vikings had just done this, if they had just done that, they would have won this game. I'm going to first start off with Carson Wentz. Okay? Look, backup quarterback, whatever you want to call him. It's undeniable. He has been the better quarterback this year. And he's not good. He's not good, okay? We beat a terrible Cincinnati Bengals team because of the defense. Strictly because of the defense, okay? We barely beat the Cleveland Browns. We barely beat them. Okay, and I get it. The offensive line wasn't healthy, yada, yada, yada. Carson Wentz has just not been overly exciting. We beat two really bad teams. Two really bad teams, okay? Let's get that straight. The Cincinnati Bengals with Jake Browning, and then we played the Cleveland Browns with Dylan Gabriel making his first start. And we barely scraped that one out. And then you play two legit teams. Like teams that are going to make the playoffs this year. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And you just look like complete crap, right? You just want to lock in the second half and just forget how to play football in the first half. This dude single-handedly sold our team today. The pick six. What are you doing, man? What kind of throw is that? If you're going to make that throw, it was the equivalent to having a blindfold on and just saying, oh, hope my guy's there. That's what Carson Wentz did. And that's the difference in the game. They lost by 6 points. So thank you, Carson Wentz. Still throwing touchdowns for the Eagles. Then, and this is a point of emphasis, and we're going to get real nitpicky in this video. There's a flat in the red zone, wide open to CJ Ham. And he sees that. He looks right at him and decides, no, that's not my best option. I'm going to take a sack instead. You idiot! What are we doing? Again, blind. Carson Wentz is blind. That's the reason why you got replaced in Philadelphia, is because of stupid shit like that. How? How? Did CJ Ham do something to him? Did something happen over the bye week? Because my God. Embarrassing, man. Embarrassing. And then it's just I don't want to hear anybody complaining about, oh, TJ Hawkinson made a catch. I saw from the live feed that was an incomplete pass. That ball clearly got bobbled. So stop complaining. Because you know what? If that was a better throw by Carson Wentz, that would have been a touchdown. And the same thing happened in, the second drive of the game? The first drive of the game? With Jordan Addison? A simple flat route. He couldn't even make that throw. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. This guy has been in the league for how long now? 9 years? And he can't make these throws? It is unbelievable. And this is the reason why we signed him 3 weeks. Or was it even 3 weeks? Maybe 2 weeks before the season even started. This is why no one wanted him. I'm not going to give him his flowers for beating two bad teams. Because if you want to be a team that's going to compete and be serious about the season, you're going to beat teams like this when the opportunity is given to you. And Philadelphia gave this team so many opportunities to win this game. And Carson Wentz, I don't know how to say this without using vulgar language, but he killed us today. He killed us. Single-handedly lost us this football game. Idiot. Just a complete idiot, okay? This is why, okay, and I will take ownership for this, okay? I did not post a video saying that we should have signed Aaron Rodgers, but I was one of the few. I was one of the few that said, hey, we should sign Aaron Rodgers for 1 year. He's not asking for any money. He clearly wants to play for this team. And as much as I wanted to see JJ McCarthy play this year, okay? And I still do. If you couldn't tell, I don't want Carson Wentz playing. Aaron Rodgers is a 4-time MVP. Why the hell would we not sign him? Like, there is no way. As good as this team is at evaluating free agents and bringing in guys like Isaiah Rodgers, like Van Ginkel, like Grenard, could we not see that Aaron Rodgers is going to be a future Hall of Fame quarterback? And that maybe it would be very valuable for JJ McCarthy to get a real year under his belt. I'm talking about real practice reps, real time in the quarterback room with a quarterback who's then at a very high level, clearly his mentorship and having time for your quarterback to sit down under Aaron Rodgers has worked because of how Jordan Love is playing. Would you not want that for your team? That is clearly just a quarterback away from being a true competitor. But no, instead, no. And look, I understand. Okay, JJ McCarthy should be playing. But JJ McCarthy, as we've seen, and he's benched now, is clearly not ready. And I think that was evident from the moment we drafted him, that it was going to take time. And this isn't like, oh, give him a year. No, this guy, give him as much time as he needs. If you need to give him the Jordan Love treatment and send him for 4 years, do it. Do it. There's no rush to get him on the field if he's not ready, because then he's going to look like the way that he has for the first 7 quarters of his career. And now we're stuck with Carson Wentz. Bum. Just a complete bum. It's unbelievable how many times this guy just takes a sack, doesn't know how to throw the football away, can't even make a simple check down throw. 9 years. This dude has been in the NFL for 9 years. It's unbelievable. And what a waste of roster construction, because you know what? And we're going to get to the defense today. Don't worry about that. As bad as the defense was in the pass game today specifically, this defense is a good unit, right? Like, you can feel confident about rolling this group out with Brian Flores calling the plays and saying, hey, this team can go up against any offense in the league and look proficient. And offensively, we again adjust the quarterback away and look at the way that Aaron Rodgers is playing. You really thought that his regression was because of him, himself as an individual last year on the New York Jets? No one ever plays good on the Jets. And we should know that too. We had a former Jets quarterback in Sam Darnold who's way worse in his career compared to Aaron Rodgers. We took a chance on him, but we're not going to take a chance on Aaron Rodgers, who wants $8 million and then beats us later on too, right? Just to remind us, like, hey, you passed up on me. You know, we could be Super Bowl contenders if we have Aaron Rodgers. Look, I know it's easy to say all these things in hindsight, and it's, week 6 or 7 in the season? But, I was saying this from a long time ago. And again, I wish I had recorded something, because now we got this disaster class happening at quarterback. And it's just, it is so frustrating to see. And this is why, like, JJ McCarthy has shown flashes already. And that's why, even if he's not where you want him to be, right? If he doesn't have a full 100% understanding of the playbook or his feet, you know, like Kevin O'Connell keep mentioning that the feet, the lower base is so important in throwing the football and operating this offense. Let him learn through these reps. Honestly, I don't think he's hurt anymore. I really don't. This is more of a benching more than anything else, right? Like, if McCarthy was playing at an extremely high level before his injury, I think he would have been starting today. But again, that's not the case, and I think we're just babying him back. Like, you committed to him before the season started. Play him. Play him. There is, in my opinion, there is no incentive to playing Carson Wentz. There just isn't. Because if that's what you're going to resort to at this point, like I said, and I've said many times in this video already, why didn't you just sign Aaron Rodgers? Why didn't you just sign Aaron Rodgers? Because I think we'd be having the same conversation if McCarthy had been playing this whole time and he didn't look good. because we know that he's not ready yet. I think JJ McCarthy can be a great quarterback. I absolutely love the pick. I love the fit for this offense. But now is just not the time. And with what's in place with this roster, like I said before, why not get somebody that can win now? Like, we are talking about a team, okay? That there's always something wrong with this team that has prevented them from winning a Super Bowl for their 60 plus years of existence. And we have a grand opportunity here to bring in a future Hall of Fame quarterback who is still throwing the ball at a very high level to operate this offense. All we need now, remember this, is a quarterback who is not going to lose us the game. Because we have a defense that's good, we have skill position players that will do the job for the quarterback. But we would rather see our rookie quarterback learn as this season goes on specifically. We would rather watch Carson Wentz single-handedly tank this team's chance of winning any competitive game instead of giving ourselves a legit chance to win the Super Bowl. I'm telling you now, it's actually insane to me, the level of disrespect towards Aaron Rodgers. Us Vikings, and you know what? Kwesi, Kevin O'Connell, they were only here for the last year of Aaron Rodgers' stint in Green Bay. We know how damn good Aaron Rodgers is because he killed us for like 15 years. You wouldn't want that on your team? I don't know, man. And then the defense. So, what this is turning into now, okay? And Brian Flores is a great defensive coordinator. But what this is turning into is a one-dimensional defense. One-dimensional defense. Like, we completely sold out on stopping the run today, and we did a great job of containing Saquon Barkley. But Jalen Hurts today just had his best passing performance in damn near 2 years. 2 years against a pass defense that's supposed to be one of the top in the league. Something's not lining up. I mean, the freaking New York Giants beat the Philadelphia Eagles. What the hell are we doing? It's actually unbelievable. It is actually unbelievable how terrible this defense was against the pass today. It was so obvious when they were running the football. It was so obvious when they were passing the football. Like, we could call this out as fans. We know what they're doing. And then, every time, Jalen Hurts comes up with a big play, guess where it happens? Outside the pocket. Why not keep him in the pocket? The pass rush integrity needs to be emphasized with this team. Because I don't know how many times, like, even when we played Caleb Williams earlier in the season, we have guys just going all the way around, then he's just stepping up in the pocket, going right where the pass rusher should be on the edge. Like, it's guys like these that succeed outside the pocket, and it's like, oh yeah, just go. And then here goes A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, because you gave him, all the space in the world to step up and make a throw. Why not keep him in the pocket? It's unbelievable how efficient Jalen Hurts is, because, you know what? I think Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback, but he ain't this good. And it shouldn't be happening against this defense, too. It is unbelievable, right? Because there's one game, against Atlanta where you're doing great against the pass, but you can't stop the run. And, like, Bijan and Saquon are in the same category. Maybe not this year, but I don't think it's Saquon's fault. In terms of talent, both of these guys are equally as good as the other. But, again, how many opportunities from the offense and from the defense, like, it's unbelievable. Isaiah Rodgers, our best defensive player this year, was just complete toast. And honestly, I don't even want to totally blame it on him. Like, I think that slant and go at the end, I mean, it's hard not to bite on it. They had just ran that route against him on the previous play. That's a staple play for A.J. Brown. That slant route, that dig route, that's his thing. He gets burnt on the play action against Devontae Smith. Like, they're just so confident in him that he's going to hold up in one-on-one coverage. Never played a receiver like this year. So, again, Isaiah Rodgers has done a lot of good. He's been one of the few bright spots for this team. I'm not going to give him total crap, but the biggest plays of today's game happened against Isaiah Rodgers. I am at a loss for words, because I think about games where this team has gotten blown out, and there hasn't been many recently with Kevin O'Connell, but I would have much rather just sat through that Cowboys game again from 2022 instead of this, because at least that game I wasn't gonna get fed up like this, because it was you know what, we didn't show up today, and there was no chance. But today this team gave me hope, and I sat through the whole thing. And just time after time and again, shoot myself in the foot. Now I'm going to shoot myself in the other foot. Now I'm going to shoot myself in the knee. Now I'm going to shoot myself in the foot again. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Coming off of a bye week 2. And this is why the media will continue to not take the Vikings seriously. This is the reason why I won't take this team seriously, is because all we've done this year is beat up on bad teams. And sure, Chicago's 4-2 now, okay? We played them in Ben Johnson's first game as a head coach. Most guys in that position, they're not totally there because it's just a new role, a larger role. And clearly, after a few weeks, it seems like he's figured it out, which is anticipated. It's going to take a few weeks for them to kind of, hey, this is my role. This is what it feels like. I'm telling you, the next time we play Chicago, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. Because that's a good team. And frankly, they're playing better than us right now. We are the worst team in the NFC North. I don't care if it's the best division in football. We are last in our division. And we deserve to be there, because of one poor decision that we made in the offseason, okay? Again, I want to make it clear. I believe in JJ McCarthy. You know, there's people around me who don't feel the same way, and I'm going to stick by JJ McCarthy, because I think with time, he will get better. But this year's just not the year. He is essentially a rookie. Not because he didn't play last year and because he was hurt, but because he never got the practice reps. You know, he it's one thing to sit in a film room and kind of dissect things and learn concepts, and it's another thing to actually put it into action and play these games and get live reps. And seriously, did we really think this year that this was going to be a team who could make a deep playoff run, knowing what we know about JJ McCarthy? Are we on the same wavelength here? Because I don't know if some people believe that he was ready to play. I sure didn't think so. I thought that if he had stayed healthy last year, it would have been so beneficial for him to just take those practice reps. The practice reps are the most important thing in my opinion, because he's actually out there physically doing the things that he's studying. It's like anything else, you know? You can learn a bunch of things in a classroom, but then there's nothing better than the experience itself that you're learning about, you know? And it's just again, that's why it would have been so valuable this year for him to just actually get those reps in some capacity and wait till he's ready. Because you're telling me only now Kevin O'Connell's oh yeah, well, you know, his footwork is not where it needs to be. You don't think he was thinking those things throughout the entire offseason process, throughout the first 2 games of evaluation? You think he wasn't thinking that already? So clearly, right? Clearly he was not ready. I'm just, it's frustrating. It really is. It's tough being a fan of this team. You know, I live in Hawaii. I wake up early for these games. I woke up at 3:30 for the last 2 games in Europe. I wake up at 7 in the morning every day, or every Sunday for these games. And to watch this team play the way that they did, knowing that they had so many chances to win this game. I blame the coaching, right? I don't think we had the best decision. There were some crucial third down calls on both offense and defense that were just you know, why are we doing this? I think Carson Wentz's best drive of the game ended on a sack because we couldn't beat man coverage with a terrible third down call. And every third and long, it seemed like Philadelphia just had an answer for it. So I blame coaching for that. I blame the offense, the offensive line. They didn't look great today. And I think you guys already know how I feel about Carson Wentz. And the defense, just a liability against one of the worst passing offenses in the league this year. One of the worst third down offenses in the league this year. What a joke, man. What a joke. Again, it's frustrating not because we lost, but how we lost. Because there's other losses where it's like, damn, just through and through, the team didn't look good. We didn't have a chance today. We had a chance today. And I'm telling you, like, this could have been a game that we won 35-21. But we lost instead. And it's frustrating because it's the same thing against the Steelers where they were so close. And again, just through the first half of that game, they couldn't figure it out. We're not winning the Super Bowl this year, so I'll see you guys in the next rant video.